and welcome to the Entrepreneurs Experts Cafe, sponsored by Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. I am Kimberly Hobscheid, your host and the creator of the Facebook community Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. It's a community by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs get to the next level. Come join me at entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/Facebook and join the conversation. Today, I'm going to interview a really special lady who is an expert on improv and bringing fun and joy into the world. Julie, welcome to the Entrepreneur Experts Cafe. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. I'm honored to be here. Yay!
I'm super excited to have you. So I'm really glad you're here because you are a lot of fun. And as a lot of people who know me, it is not worth doing if it's not fun. So yes. I'm so glad to have you here because we're going to make this today really, really fun. But before we do, I want to learn a little bit more about you. So tell us a little bit about your story, how you got into this, and like how you show up in the world.
Well, oh gosh. Okay. So I have known forever that I wanted to be an actor. When I was 9 years old, I had a group of traveling thespians come into my gymnasium and they put up a play, like a whole like set and costumes and music. And they did this like 45-minute show. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that when I grow up. And fast forward 12 years, I worked for that company and toured with them for 5 seasons. So my undergrad degree is in theater education. My master's degree, a Master of Fine Arts in acting from Rutgers University. I've just always known that I wanted to do acting. And improv specifically came about, it's been around, I've been performing improv since I was 19. I'm way older than 19 now. So, and what I love about improv is that it forces me to become present in a way that I didn't necessarily always access when I was doing scripted work, unfortunately, but I got better as I went along. So there's something about improv where it's fresh, it's in the moment. It's why anytime you're on stage with anybody that like is a baby, if you have a baby on stage or if you have an animal on stage, they will always upstage you because they are 100% present. It can't not be present. And that was so addicting to me. And I just had this like insatiable desire to do that and be that and I love to have fun. So why not?
I love it. It's fantastic. So improv is something that kind of intimidates people. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to be put on the spot. You know, there's a lot of different ways that improv can go. And when you watch improv actors, you can be like, wow, how did they think of that so quickly?
How did they make that up? Right.
Like that. Make that happen. Right. So why would somebody want to start doing improv and want to start engaging and doing improv?
For me, I mean, I was an actor and especially on like auditions. So spoiler, if you want to be an actor, acting is like 95% auditioning. Put that out there. And people don't.
She's not wrong. That's right.
A lot of actors don't love auditioning because it's so much rejection. It's like hearing no a bunch of times or whatever. But most auditions are going to ask you to improvise. They might give you, sometimes you don't even have the script ahead of time. And so being able to lift something, copy off a page and bring it to life like this, improv is just it's such a valuable tool. Like there's nothing that compares to it.
And if you're in the middle of like improv and things are like not going well, like what's your go-to move? Do you have a go-to move? Like, okay. Oh my gosh, we're headed for the train wreck. We're on the horse. It's running and it's blind and it's going toward the burning building. What do we do?
Yes. Those are the best, funniest moments. So in improv, there's a whole lot of sayings in improv. But one of the things is it's a race to the bottom. So like whoever can lose the scene the most wins. Okay. The affection of the audience, right? Because the audience usually roots for the underdog. So you can't break improv, just like you can't break life. It's literally make believe, like you're making it up.
Wait a minute. You have to say that again. That was a genius quote. We're going to have to put that in the show notes. You can't break improv just like you can't break life. Yep. Oh, that is really, really powerful. Julie, thank you for sharing that. Okay, I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, that's it. So for me, going back to your question about like why use improv, it's not just for actors. And that was the piece for me that really pulled me out of my shell by like, you're a horse with blinders. I'm like, okay, I'm an actor. And I was like, no, I'm way more than an actor. I'm into personal development. I'm into healing. I'm into a lot like living a better life. And I use improv principles to guide that. And those principles, yes and is a big one. How do I make my scene partner look amazing? There's no such thing as failures, only variations, right? Lead with love. Like if you play the scene you want to play, right? Like, so, and you're enough, like you can't get it wrong because your partner's going to yes and you. So whatever, if we like the train is going down, then hop on, right? Because it's going to be really funny to watch the train burn, right? Like that's going to be the best scene ever, right?
That is awesome. I totally love it. All right. What are some of the biggest challenges with improv? What are the things that people really like, why they're challenged and they don't want to start? And what are the reasons they give for not wanting to join and get into improv?
A lot of people, I think, just have it in their minds. First of all, public speaking is a huge fear for a lot of people, that they're going to do it wrong. So I spend a lot of my time really coaching on mindset more than anything. And I put people into circumstances right away. I just put them into a game. So before they've even told me that it's okay for us to play, we're already playing. And that's, for me, is like, I just assume permission. I'm like, no, I'm going to talk to the little kid in you that knows how to do this and has been making stuff up your whole life. Oh, by the way, you didn't have a script today when you woke up, right? Like, you know how to do this. So I'm just going to like get you tapped into the part of you that's been doing this your whole life. So that's once people are in it, they love it. They can't wait for more. It's like, when do we get it? Let's do it again. Let's play more. Yes, please play more.
Fantastic. All right. And how do people, when you start working with them, how do they feel once they start overcoming these challenges?
They feel great. I mean, I've had a lot of people that I've had the opportunity to teach, and it doesn't matter what their personality style is. So part of my job as the facilitator, instructor, what have you, trainer, is to make you look amazing, right? So I have done this for years and years and years, and it's easy for me to make you look good. So that is what, anyway, that's my job, is to make you look great. And so people love to feel celebrated. They love to feel seen. There's that study, I'm kind of a non sequitur here. That study about, I don't know if it was Harvard or where it was, where they had all these teachers and they told the teachers that the students were brilliant, that a certain IQ. And so the teachers treated those students differently than the rest of the students in the class. So that's me. I give it to you that you're already brilliant at this. And then you live up to my expectations of you.
I love it. Well, that would give anybody the courage, if somebody believes in them, that believes that they can really, really do it. All right. So can you share with us some of the success stories that your clients have had? Any great stories of bringing improv into the world and helping people move forward?
Yes. One of my all-time favorites, I was working with a woman who is a graduate math professor at Princeton. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She brought me into Princeton later. She was at Rutgers at the time. And she was bringing me in for her grad students who were teaching undergrads, because they didn't know how to teach before. So I'm like, oh, improv, acting, no problem. I got this. We'll and I had done secondary education, like designing, curriculum and all that kind of stuff. So I was really the perfect person to kind of solve that problem for them. And she's in a male math, graduate math, high level math, a lot of men, and her confidence was not great. So her confidence, not let alone the international students that were teaching math, right? So we zipped up, we like put on a character, and she called it the mathematical character. She owned it forevermore after this class. And her, like, the way she taught, her confidence level in front of her students, in front of her peers, she booked me in like so many colleges after that to go and teach this class. She's like, everybody needs to know how to just zip up this confident character. Her entire demeanor changed. She's like, okay, well, I'm stepping onto the stage of the classroom, so I get to leave my life outside here. And when I come in as professor, this character has confidence. She has the tools. She knows, she's resourceful. She knows how to get it. So whatever was going on for her in her like real life didn't enter the stage of the classroom for her. And that was such a huge transformation for her that night and day, different woman.
That seems like it would really speak to imposter syndrome. Like if you're going through, especially somebody who's teaching something, like if you're teaching confidence, or if you're teaching like, law of attraction, or you're teaching something and it's not going well for you at the exact moment, right? Or I know several relationship coaches that are having trouble in their relationships, right? And they have this terrible imposter syndrome, so they can't step into and own what they need to own so that they can be there for their clients and serve them. Being able to zip up that character, as that was described, could really conquer that imposter syndrome.
Yeah, totally. It's so this was a quote from one of my, I'm going to butcher it, but my graduate school teacher she used to yell. She would teach through love, but it was like tough love. She was like, I don't care when you wouldn't, I care when you would, right? Like I'm playing these characters and I was like, I would never do this. So she's like, you're not in the scene. This is not a story that was written about Julie's life, right? This is a story written about this character's life. And this character not only did, like, there's more behind that too, right? Like, so it's like, it really got me out of the mindset of me as the character, like Julie in my mind. And I start all my classes with a meditation where it's practicing getting present, but practicing noticing your own body, your own thinking. And then it's like, oh, if I can notice it, I'm not it.
Got it. Yeah.
And then the I that can notice is the actor, right? And then what it notices is the character.
Very
so
nice.
When I notice Julie, oh, Julie's telling me the story of I'm not really good at technology or blah, 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 whatever, like the imposter syndrome, right? The chit chat. Oh, cool. So let me find somebody who is good at that. Let me put that character on and I'll just do that.
Got it. All right. Well, we are out of time, so I just wanted to give you a few minutes to share with us if people want to get to like work with you directly and get some help with improv, or bring you into their like companies or their communities or their lives, to be able to bring improv into their lives. How can they get a hold of you?
They can check me out on Facebook. I'm a Next Level Improv. Or nextlevelimprov.com.
Nextlevelimprov.com. Nextlevelimprov.com.
Yep, nextlevelimprov.com. And then also I have another website, which is improvagainstnormality.com. Because I have an improv comedy card game, Why Be Normal? Improv Against Normality, even the new normal that we're in right now.
Awesome.
So yeah, if people want to play on their own, that's a low impact way to stay excited and engage in a safe way while you're at home. You can practice at home and get really good with the game. And then when you feel brave, you can venture out to one of my classes.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for being here with us. This was Julie Cotton with Next Level Improv. We're super excited that she came to share with us today. I'm super glad to have you. This is Kimberly Hobscheid from Entrepreneurs Experts Cafe, from entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/Facebook if you want to join the community and start the conversation with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you back next time. Cheers.